it's nice to have a little color around the place, don't you think? After a little fumble there last time, crammed all the tailoring stuff into a couple of buildings. This is because I wanted focused workflow. Gotta have something with... It's gotta be the only table in the room that uses that kind of XP, as far as I can figure. So here we are in a room of the meme number, but big enough to cram a couple tables in because the scutching table uses gathering. This guy uses tailoring. If you tailor, at least a little bit of privacy. Supposed to dress it up a little bit. You know, shelf, storage, stuff hanging around. Just so it's not, you know, the bare kind of room most of the other places. And it took up a lot less space than I thought it was going to. Not the whole front half of this room yet for I don't know. I don't know yet. Made a bunch of decorations mostly just for the experience and to use up materials. I have no idea, like the amount of cotton and linen and like just the stuff I've been picking on and off over the course of the game. Like these, I'd go and pick stuff and come back with 200 cotton bowls, and it's got to get turned into lint. It's got to turn into thread, which has to get turned into fiber. And the amount of calories to get some of this stuff done, like this up here was like 500 cotton fabric just to try to use a bunch of material. Then when you want to go, you know, you got to make material, right? So yeah, okay, this you get 2 thread per per 3 of these. 6 thread. We're actually creating more of a storage problem. Like, yes, I like efficiency. Unfortunately, I wasn't expecting mushroom level productioning. Put up a whole bunch of what it's called again. Where are you? Bunting. There's only 3. There's 3 big, 3 small, and 2 long. If that makes any sense. And you're kind of restricted to the colors you can use. Which means you got to use a lot of them. I needed some kind of decoration around here so it doesn't look quite so drab. I think it looks nice, right? We've got, I don't want to say festive, but at least it's a bit more vibrant. All these awesome boat update blocks help add a bunch of depth. It looks pretty. I think it looks nice. As we're waiting to finally get into basic engineering. Oh, and this, all of this, so I don't have basic engineering yet. So I had to find and bring back all of this crushed basalt. So we dug it out of the walls over there, stuff over there, over there. Someone else I know is playing Eco. Thanks, Steam. I need you to tell me that. It's to properly show off the bridge. Again, just because this is a Let's Play, there is a level of not ugly that's required. So everything has to look a bit nicer and a bit overdone. I think these work nice as safety rails. I would like it if this piece here, if there was a bigger version of that. Right now you get, like, these are all the same thickness, and then that's not. Right? And the pillar beam junction is like, you're going from a pillar to a beam, yes, but I like something that goes underneath. And all of these are the same thickness. Even if I go with this, that still does look very sturdy, right? You expect it to sit on something with a bit more meat to it. And then because you have a stockpile here, the roof blocks are all buggered up. We'll come across the bridge. Over in the desert, this is where we're going to process all of this iron. So we make a bunch of pollution. I don't want it to happen around where I'm growing stuff or living. Sir, sir, sir. Trying to record. You... So impolite. Move all this stuff over here. And because we're in the middle of the continent, it's going to be water wheels. I probably could have processed iron over here, but then I have a big ugly polluted spot, and I would like to keep my pollution away from where I live. It's going to go here. So and what I want to do is make something like a bridge with a bunch of water wheels in it. Kind of like a dam. I thought about doing it here. I might still, because this is an elevation change. But it actually looks kind of like a functioning dam, right? The other part is that I want to make in the process of building a hydroelectric dam, it's going to give us a bridge over to this side. And that might not seem like much, but that's going to put us within driving distance of a bunch of that. Nice broad, flat plain. And a whole bunch of stuff to cut down. And a whole lot of foraging. And places to grow stuff. And more tree. There's a lot of tree over here. It's also going to be copper. You have to dig out of the walls and find. It's right there. It's a lot more, it's just easier to get over here. They have to climb and swim. And I can bring a cart over. Get all this neat stuff. I just gotta sit here and wait. Kill time. Until our next star shows up. So while we wait for engineering to show up, let's talk about what it opens up. It not only opens up ore processing, obviously, but it gets us into the stuff we need for smelting, which is going to get us a whole bunch of other stuff. Now granted, we're not going to have a sawmill until we have a saw blade, which is an anvil, which is smelting and all that kind of stuff. But it also opens up all the... Over here, I have it's up there. I had a Wainwright table around here somewhere. It puts us on the path to things like powered carts. Again, requires smelting, but you go where I'm saying with this. I'll probably build a couple of street signs just because. I am definitely building this wooden cart because the wheelbarrow is okay, but it's small. And it's a little iffy when it comes to moving stuff around. I would like 6 water wheels to start with, please. And then make us a bunch of windmills. Brought a bunch of fabric over so we can get that going. Now, I want to try to make, again, this is a Let's Play. Stuff has to not look like crap. When all those water wheels are done, I'm going to try... See, I'm fairly sure they're 5 wide. I think they're 5. You know what? Water wheel. Have a... My ass, 1 by 1 by 1. My actual ass, 1 by 1 by 1. The block the water wheel runs is 1 by 1 by 1. The water wheel itself is like 5 by whatever. So the plan is going to be 2 here, 2 I mathed this bad. Oh well, we'll find out if it works or not. This is 3 across. This one's 3, this is 3, and this is 2. So we'll find out what works. I'm pretty sure The wheel itself, it's either a 5 by 5 by 1, well 5 by 5 by 2 if you include the block that runs it. I don't think it's a 7. I think the windmill's a 7. So we're gonna find out. Okay, we got the first two done. I'll bet you. It's a 7. It is a 7. And okay, you're in my face. Not be in my face. Oh yeah, these used to have a box that went with them. Like the way the windmills are. The windmills have a box you have to place first. I'd like some rock, please. Let's go back here. Place them against. Oh, I wish crouch was a thing in this game. Okay. Those there. Do I have a stockpile on me? I do. Hey, pal. Hold that. If I go here... Blocked by river sand. You worked before. Blocked by river sand. That down... You worked before. Why you no work now? Okay, how much do I gotta get rid of? All that. And I'll bet you're gonna be in the way. So why wouldn't you be? You there. You work there, so if I do here, you work here. Work there. So were I to grab some of this stuff. Nope, that's gonna be, yep. Don't think that's gonna fit that way. Wouldn't you? Blocked by, yep. Oh, I gotta go over one more. Thanks for holding that, Mr. Turtle. You were vitally important when I needed you. That. Go back to holding that. Go there. Now why did neither of you work? You worked before. One side. River, not waterfall. Being side. River, not waterfall. So do you actually want waterfall? $20 due to one side being in flowing water. So what's your problem? Or you shut off because there's no power to disable it? Well, let's go build some stuff and see what happens. So it turns out if I just RTFM, 20 watts is just what they make. So, while I was hoping to fit a bit more in here, probably could, you know that I could put in that last one. Somehow I don't believe you're going to fit here. Oh my. Okay, so you do. Interesting. You block my... Nope. So theoretically I can move a bunch of this over. I'm not going to. At 120 watts of mechanical power, once I get something over here, if that's not enough to push 2 arrastras into rocker blocks, we have bigger problems. 1 arrastra uses power. Demands 10. Okay, so we got Yeah, we have substantially more power than we need. It's good. Start crushing all this stuff up. I'm going to take a little while to de-uglify this place. It's a little uneven to work in. It's a little scattered about. And I'll see you back in, oh, I don't know, like 5 or 6 hours. So I got a little carried away in the decorating. And then, you can see up in the corner there, making the level 4 upgrades. Made a whole bunch of them. I dug a bunch more iron out of the ground. And speaking of iron, I think the iron's all done. Oh, one left. Really? It's right. How do you not see that? It's right there. Which one of these do you not see? Why do you not see that? Interesting. Almost had it all finished. There, do that. We have a fantastic amount of iron concentrate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and change. Stockpiles full of... We're not going to be able to smelt them anytime soon, unfortunately. That's a ways off. The bridge. I started building the bridge and realized, you know what? I want something a bit more interesting. A covered bridge. Now, I could have gone for the peaked look, but then there's no way to, like, make it look like it's supported. Like if they gave us, if we got a ramp with this cross beam in it, that'd be pretty nice. I mean, I can complain all day about not having enough block forms to do what you want, but considering the amount of blocks we got in this, I probably shouldn't. The hydroelectric dam. I built another kiln for the express purpose of turning cactus into charcoal for when we're ready to smelt stuff. Because if I'm going to do my pollution, I want to have as much of it I can over here. Threw up a Wainwright table, made a bunch of roads, and then realized I don't actually want road over here. I like the gravel look because we're kind of, it's the dirty industrial area. I threw a bunch of this down and thought this is not the best choice. What I'm gonna do, this would look better if the sun were in the right spot. So this is crushed rock. You get that from crushing. I ran 12 coal through there just to remind myself what crushed rock looks like. Yep, it's river rock. This is crushed shale, which is nice, but I think the crushed granite's going to look better. It's got that more washed out look. This is a desert after all. Plus, I need to find gold. Gold shows up in granite, and so does all that copper. There's coal spawns in shale. I don't need a lot of coal right now. I got a stockpile and a half of crushed coal as it is. This is going to require a lot of crushed granite, right? Because we're going to through here, around. I dug this out. I think I was going to run the road just alongside the lake. I might. Straight roads are great. We're going in one direction really fast, but we have to get from here to there. And no one ever walks. Like, okay, I'm going to walk that way and then turn 90 degrees. And then, no, you take the path of least resistance. So to come along here, along the side of the river, right? Because that's the path you would take in this situation. Come along here, got 4-ish stockpiles of tailings sitting over there. Got a wonderful selection of turtles going on because they just hunker down and stop moving. Might run the road a little further. The problem is that way. Yeah, there's a jungle down there. That's a long way to run a road. Right? Like that's a long way to run a road. And I don't need much of the stuff out of there right now. There's no... With the new Origin, there's no reason to go dig through a jungle for gold when I'm gonna go tunnel under here for copper. I say tunnel under there for copper. There's a bunch of copper kind of up high, which means I have to find a spot I can just rip the top off of. I don't want to do it there. That's within sight of home. I might tunnel in and just kind of carry on at one level. Don't know yet. You don't need a mountain of copper. You need a bunch of it for advanced research papers, which I don't think I can make yet. Is it advanced? Metallurgy research. It wanked. Nope. That wants iron bars and iron and copper bars. I'm not sure I can make those right now. I think those are made at the laboratory. We can't even make copper right now, it's not a concern. This direction, however, gets us... Yeah, there's a whole bunch more desert over here. We can store some tailings over here in the middle of it. But with a little bit of road work, we get all the way over into this nice big green plain. Which is kind of important because if I want to grow corn, there are no decent spots locally to grow corn. That's in a river, that doesn't count. The best place to grow corn is all the way over here. I'm not building a road over there. That's not even remotely close to happening. Probably grow it... God, that's still a long way. Maybe over here, I don't know. We're gonna need corn. Granted, I'm the only one eating food, but you still want to try everything to find out what's really good. So we gotta make at least one of every food. And if I can't grow corn, I should be able to forage enough to find out what I need. Because there's just so much. This is always too far away to really conveniently get to. Ton of stuff over here. Got a mountain of cactus. Get turned into charcoal. Because it just turns into, like, quote-unquote, hewn logs, which don't look quite as good. Want softwood. Using a lot of softwood. Oak or hardwood. But redwoods and fir are softwood. So if I come through here, forage up all of this stuff, knock this guy down, we'll have a whole bunch more wood to build with. And if it seems like... Oh yeah, there's a big pile of... I wonder if there's any copper under this. Probably not. I can't make a drill yet, so I wouldn't know. If it seems like I'm going, using a lot of hewn logs, that's kind of going to be the basic aesthetic for any building that doesn't require a higher tier material. So when I build a mill... Are you dead? I didn't think so. When I build a mill building, which is... That kitchen over there is not big enough for 2 mills. It's probably going to wind up over here somewhere because I have 120 watts power. Right, that building's going to be a big stone building. But we could do it on this side of things. And wheat grows... Where are we? Wheat. It was fairly okay there, which is still kind of forever away. I did accidentally pick a spot where wheat doesn't really want to grow. It's an awesome spot there, but that's that far away. You know, that's really, really far away. Or on that island. That's going to require boats. Definitely going to need a bunch. If not for that, if not for food, then make ethanol with at a lab, which is a very long ways away, but it doesn't help to have a good stockpile for when you're ready for it. God, that's so far away. In the meantime, I'm going to gravel me up a road. Gotta find a bunch more copper. I gotta go find a bunch of gold. It's a really fancy bed I can make now, and I want to just go straight to that rather than, oh, I'll have to expand my house. I can make the bed, but it's not really going to matter because I don't have tier 2 materials. So it'll get docked. At some point, we're going to have to build a whole new house. Just like every time before. Build a house, move on to the next house, move on to the next house. Houses, we'll build our houses back here. Right, we'll build... Stop that. I don't want a marker. I want to clutter this up with a few more buildings. Maybe a few pretend shops. Build a really nice house. What, a hill wouldn't be bad. Out on the butte. It's a farm. Probably over here somewhere. Have to fake up some streets. Road is nice. I'm not going to argue with the way road looks. Road doesn't look bad. What road doesn't have going for it. That's not what I wanted at all. Could you please build road for me? It's a color that just doesn't quite fit in with a lot of the surroundings I'm going to be working in. And if I have to dig up ground to lay down road, I can dig up ground to put something more interesting than road. Gravel. Road, I can save this for like bridges and stuff. Actually, now that I think about it, I could probably tear up this whole bridge deck and replace that with that with road. I'll replace the middle 3 with road. No, it'll have to be all of it. It'll have to be all of it. Because that'll be... Yeah. At least it'll look unified, right? That's going to be a lot of work. A lot of work. But it should keep me busy until I get to smelting, right? So... When we get to smelting, we're going to make a bunch of smoke. With a bunch of slag. Slag is not actually an unattractive block, to be honest. I think there's definite construction possibilities with slag. But we'll see. That's off in the future, and I will see you then.